I need a 30 for 30 to show that I'm different like Jordan and Pippen. I need a 30 for 30 like Jalen and Webber. Nobody gon' fuck on my click. I need a 30 for 30. What it is, folks, we're back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on some. As always, I got my brothers here with me. T, what it is, man?
You know, we back up in here, man. Gonna go for another 50 piece.
Already. T, who you got behind you today for the people?
Man, shoot. I got the legendary Bobby Womack.
Oh.
I got that old Currency.
Okay, that's your one.
That's my boy. They 2020 experience with old Justin Timbo.
Okay.
And then oh shoot, my bad. I got both. I forgot that was a double disc. So that's both albums.
Okay.
So yeah, man, that's what I got going back there. I gotta go back to Timberlake, man. He had some heat there for a minute. I gotta go back.
He did have some slaps, you know what I'm saying? I think the culture kind of pissed with him right now because of Janet Jackson shit. That shit resurfacing, ain't it?
Yeah.
JoJo, what it is, man?
What's happening, man?
Shit,
I missed last week, man.
We missed you. We missed you, man. I think the people missed you too, you know what I'm saying? But we're back again. Go ahead and knock this thing out. But before we get into it, gotta tell y'all, this is sponsored by Statement Tees. That Statement Tees, every t-shirt you wear makes a statement. Y'all see the statement I'm making right now, god damn it. My shirt says the legend, and my son's shirt says the legacy. You know what I'm saying? You know, here on Put It On Something. We are all strong black men with fathers. I'm very proud. This is one of the most things I'm most proud of in my life. All my partners take care of their kids. Every single one of my partners take care of their kids. You know what I'm saying? So that's what makes you a legend, and that's what helps you leave your legacy. So if you want to make that kind of statement, hit us up. You know what I'm saying? You can go to statementteesllc.com and cop something that you might want, or just hit us up across whatever social media you're on, Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. But got that shit out the way. But I won't be striking up the band once again, JoJo.
3 weeks in a row?
3 weeks. The goddamn the boom just sitting over there, man. The goddamn instruments, the instruments getting rusty in this motherfucker, man.
I missed the band.
Shit. America, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jack State lost another one. Till you called it, didn't it?
This ain't gonna be no game. There wasn't no game here.
Alabama A&M took us down through there, man, 52-43. And really, that last touchdown was in garbage time, you know what I'm talking about? So it wasn't even as close as it looks. For those of y'all that didn't see the game, just a little quick rundown for you. Them boys, A&M came out from the jump, dominant through the air, scored on their opening drive. As the clearing ledger had reported, Quincy Casey did end up starting over Jalen Jones. Warren Newman, your boy Joe, had a hell of a game. I think he had like 3 touchdowns in that motherfucker. You had the kid Marshall, who did a little something for Jackson State. The kid wasn't even on the fucking roster. But he ended up having over 100 yards. But now most of that came in the first half. Seemed like the second half they really took him out the game. We had again, it's like it was some shaky shit from Prime on the coaching tip, this time in terms of clock management. At the end of the second quarter, they end up spiking the damn football on 4th down, man. You know what I'm saying? And you do have the freshman quarterback out there, but I think they were coming out of a timeout. And still spiked that bitch on 4th down, man. At the halftime, Prime talked about the lack of discipline. He praised Marshall. He said the defense wasn't on the same page. Now, what stood out to me, he said that the defense ain't even playing the same defense. He said half the guys playing one coverage, the other motherfuckers playing another coverage. And if you watch the game, America, you can't do that shit against that Glass kid. You can't do that shit against that motherfucker right there. Because I think we sent that son bitch to the league. Because he ended up throwing for, if I'm not mistaken, 6 of them bitches through the air and ran for another one.
Yes.
We sent that boy to the league, man.
27 or 40. 440 yards.
It just was crazy, man. He was dominant through the air. Jack State couldn't stop anybody. And then just lack of discipline showed up again, man. Number 45, and I got to look up his name. Big linebacker. Had a dumb penalty at the end when A&M was trying to kneel. Prime summoned his ass to that sideline and kicked his ass. He sent him to the locker room in a heated exchange. If you watched the game, America, you would have seen. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Seemed like this game was Prime's most demonstrative game. Like on the sideline, it's like he was kind of digging in motherfuckers the whole game for the first time that I've seen in some of these telecasts. But him and old boy got into it, and you can tell number 45 was visibly. I know that shit. Cause I, as a former coach, I done got on board before, and then when they walking off saying shit, and you can tell he was like, man, this some fucking bullshit. Prime got a coach now.
Oh yeah.
That's coaching, but
that's Aubrey Miller Jr. That was his name.
Yeah, that's
Aubrey Miller Jr.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have been joking. Where am I getting Aubrey Miller from? I'm thinking about look my crazy ass. I'm thinking about Aubrey like Drake, and I'm thinking about Quentin Miller. And I put them motherfuckers. I done put them names together. I done put them names together. Like
one speak the raps, the other one write it.
This man that went back to back over here.
But hey, Cub might have a diss song for Prime. He might have a diss track for Prime the way Cub was pissed off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when they get away from all the celebrity shit, that's how coaching is. All your players ain't finna be happy with you when you had to coach them hard, man. And that's what it's gonna take. Prime gonna have to coach the guys hard. Otherwise, we gonna lose out. But what did y'all think? What were some of y'all takeaways from the game? T.I., go ahead and start with you because you did call this one. I didn't like it when you said it, but you told me.
A&M was crisp. And what was the most impressive was you could tell, despite the fact that they haven't played in weeks, they were just a sharper team. They lined up. Everybody knew where they were supposed to be. They looked disciplined. They looked like a team that had it together on both sides of the ball. And again, this Prime first year coaching, I get it, but I think that's just that just shows you where the differences are right now between Prime's program and these other SWAC programs. And we saw the smoke that I sent y'all on the phone on text message from the coach from A&M. Hey, and he has absolutely no reason to make it like what Deion is over here doing for us is elevating him. He been nice with this, basically, is what he's saying. I get boys. I keep them. Yeah, you talk about your 5 stars, get you some more 5 stars. We recruit them too. We gonna get us some boys too. So let's not get this twisted. They got bottles, we got bottles. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. So hey, look, much respect to Alabama A&M. They go on now here to play for the East title against Alabama State. They are just good at what they do. And that's just the bottom line. And Jackson State didn't try to do anything different to stop them. They couldn't stop them. They almost had 3 guys with 100 yards receiving. They had 2. And they had another boy that almost got 100 yards receiving. And I was just looking at them boys from that receiving core, and they only losing 1 from that receiving core for next year. So you got bottles, I got bottles.
And to your point, T, the commentators, all these games been saying Jackson State has the best receiving core in the SWAC. It seemed like Alabama A&M boys may have taken that personally.
Yeah, they did.
Like the Ibrahim
and
seemed like that boy was running the routes. But Jackson State had 2 boys over 100 yards as well. But them motherfuckers.
They need to stop playing with the rest of these cats in this doggone SWAC, man. These boys, you're a target every week. Every week.
JoJo, give me something, Joe. Give me something, Joe.
I know. Let me. So, before we started, We was kind of getting on Prime and all that. But let me tell you, so you know how, because I'm a JSU fan, it's like, yeah, you know, JSU got work to do. But then when other people start getting on them, that you may know they not really riding for JSU, it's like, hold on now, but I do got to defend them. You know, you can't, I can get on them, but you can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to bring some, at least a little bit of good news.
Okay.
For a freshman QB to come in, throw for 323 yards, 4 TDs. I mean, he was kind of, so to speak, going tit for tat with Mr. Glass, but Mr. Glass is on a different level. For the running back, come out of nowhere, go over 100 yards with a touchdown. I mean, that, you know, that's something you can build on. You know, now, Prime, last game you told us it wasn't Jalen Jones' fault. So why didn't he start this week if it wasn't his fault? So it looks like you're kind of trying to shift blame. If you're going to take the blame, take the blame. But welcome back, Mr. Newman. You already know I'm an advocate for Mr. Newman.
Yeah, you've been touting for him to get the ball more the whole year.
Right.
Yeah.
3 TDs, that was impressive. So I ain't get to do the show last week. And I was going to talk about Mr. Ibrahim. Because I saw what he did in the one game that they did play. And he went stupid. So that's who I was looking to go. And then these other 2 receivers show up, and I'm like, what is JSU doing? If you looked at that first game, they didn't have a run game. They threw the ball. And it looked like JSU came in like not preparing for the pass. Because I'm watching you have a single high safety. What are you doing? No, they throw the ball. Like, your front four just going to have to stop the run. And you need people back in coverage. I didn't get that. I didn't blame the spike at the end of the half on the QB. Because in that timeout, you were supposed to say that 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times until he understood. If you don't get this first down, you cannot spike the ball. You just got to run a play. So, Prime, you gonna have to take the blame for this. I don't want to hear any more about, your dogs that's coming. As that coach stated, you got players here now. Y'all playing football right now in the spring. This is what you need to be talking about. This is what you need to be focused on. Now, if your dogs come and next year you go undefeated, to be honest, I'm gonna look at you like the Kentucky Wildcats head coach. You can only coach really, really good players. So you're really not a coach. I don't put Phil Jackson over Greg Popovich. Phil, you was coaching Kobe, Shaq, Jordan, Pippen. Pop is taking no-name guys and they got a name. So, you're not going to really be able to boast about that. So, Brian, get your stuff together, man. But still be the charismatic, because that draws eyes to the TV. And for all these other coaches, I understand y'all don't like how he came in, but let's just be honest. SWAC football did need that, because you all were not on ESPN before Prime got there. So let's not act like, y'all was doing this before. Yeah, y'all was winning SWAC championships, but the eyes were not on y'all.
Nah. To that last point, America, if you don't know who my brother T and JoJo are talking about, they are talking about Coach Connell Maynard of Alabama A&M.
Yep.
During the telecast, they described him as being charismatic, but if you watch his interview and see how that man really bringing the smoke. Like T said, he like talking about 4 and 5 stars. I recruit him too. You know what I'm saying? Like go get him, bring it. We'll be ready. Like, dude want all the smoke. SWAC serious, man. You know how they say something going down in the SWAC, whatever the motherfucker be saying. It really going down, man. Like, these folks, it's like these other coaches are, I don't want to say jealous, but it's like they feeling like we've been coaching, we've been really doing this profession all this time. Now y'all want to pay attention when he here, so I'm gonna show y'all I'm gonna beat his ass type of thing. You know,
that still is jealousy though. It's still is jealousy, but I get where they're coming from. But
but some gotta shake. Now I don't want Prime to lose the locker room going into this last game, and then you gotta go into the offseason train and all that kind of shit. Because if you keep saying, wait till these boys come, wait till these boys get on the field, wait till the boys that's already there gonna say, what you trying to say about me, bro? What you gonna say? What you trying to say about me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I wish you kind of step away from kind of saying that. Yeah. Even if you're thinking that, step away from saying that and just train them boys up that you got. And whoever ain't trying to buy in, kick them motherfuckers off the team. You can get away with pretty much anything.
Yep.
Cut away the city loving you. You've been getting away with that red because a lot of JSU motherfuckers and the other coach coming in with all that goddamn red.
Oh no, you know that wasn't gonna fly.
That shit would have been put down. You know what I'm saying? But you Deion Sanders, so you've been getting away with it. So I don't know, man. You know, it's his first year, of course. You got to let a coach get his guys in there. But Joe, I think I guess T Slick wanted to tell us this, that we were striking up the band prematurely, T. Well,
no, and see, well,
we were striking up the band versus Edward Water, man, and goddamn Mississippi Valley, man.
But thinking about their previous years, I mean, it's not like we experienced anything like that. We bought into the hype. We bought into it too. But I think, honestly, here's what I'll say about the other schools.
Grambling, we thought now Grambling had us.
Yeah.
But we were 1 inch, maybe 1 yard away from losing that motherfucker.
Nah, and here's what I'll say about the other schools. If it was Prime coaching their team, they would be just like we are.
That's true. That's true. You said that. And I think you spot on.
No disagreement. It's just different though. It's just different though.
It's tough looking at the timeline right now, America. I will say that. These motherfuckers been going in.
I try to give JSU a little something. Y'all scared Alcorn enough that they didn't even play the season. Just take that into the fall.
All right.
My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit Statement Tees, LLC.com, and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.